you to think for a minute about your drive to work today. Imagine just pulling up to a stoplight, looking to your right, and seeing a homeless man with a sign. The sign reads, "Please help. God bless." What do? Do you turn up your radio, grab your coffee, avoiding eye contact until the light changes? Or do you reach into your wallet, grab a few dollars, and hand it to him out the window real quick before the light turns green? I would do neither. I would look at him, smile with eye contact, and drive on, knowing that I can do something different to make a change. I'm here today to tell you that there's a homeless crisis that's growing, as you already know, but you can make a difference and be a part of the change. One of the ways that you can be a part of the change is that you can not give to panhandlers. You can donate your money other ways. Another way that you can be a part of the solution is that you can practice empathy. And the third way that you can be a part of the solution is to petition your government for affordable housing for all. Let's look at my first point. Don't give money to panhandlers. I know it might sound cruel, but giving money to panhandlers actually contributes to the problem. You can donate to a local charity with that money instead. It will cut off their source of income for continuing to be homeless. David Ross is a local business owner that's running for mayor of Olympia. He has a background in over 10 years in mental health counseling, drug and alcohol addiction, and homelessness. He actually at one point was the advocate between Thurston and Mason counties as a crisis counselor for the homeless. So he clearly understands the problem. And on his Facebook page, David Ross for Mayor, he shared a post from the Cheyenne Police Department in Wyoming. They had arrested a man for public intoxication, and when they arrested him, he had on him a panhandling sign and over $200 in bills and coins. The man had only been out on the street for a couple of hours. Cutting off their dependents makes them take other steps in their lives to get out of the homelessness. This brings me to my second main point, empathy. Practicing empathy is a super important step in being a part of the solution. It's as simple as making eye contact with them and smiling and making them feel like there's somebody. Brandy Cruz is a local newswoman on Fox 13. She has a segment called The Divide, and she's very motivated to be a part of the solution to the homeless problem. And one of her segments involved practicing empathy. She encourages people to walk down the street and instead of avoiding them, smile and make eye contact. If you have an opportunity to volunteer, maybe get to know them a little bit. Find out where they come from and why they are where they are. Teach others to practice empathy. My niece and nephew are 5 and 6, and we were downtown the other day, and she pointed at a person that was homeless and said, "Ew, he's a drunk person. He's bad." And I said, "Well, why do you say that?" She said, "My dad told me that those are bad people and they're drunk and we need to stay away." While it's important to keep children safe, it's also important to teach them that they are somebody's brother or mother or sister. Teaching them practicing empathy can make a change and maybe help them someday is just as important as teaching them to be safe and to stay away. Another way that you can practice empathy is to donate your time to a local charity. You can help serve food at the Salvation Army. You can go to your local church. You can help build houses with Habitat for Humanity for people that can't afford housing on their own. This brings me to my third main point. You can petition the local government to fight for fair housing for all. One of the ways you can do that is by writing to your local representatives and asking them to make it a priority. You can research measures and petitions and vote. You can also vote people, politicians, into office that are about helping promote affordable housing change. The opposing viewpoint would be, these guys are lazy. They don't want to work. They want somebody else to take care of them. Thurston County, the 2018 consensus reported a few things that I thought were important to mention. One of them was that 69% of the homeless population in Thurston County has income, but it's not enough to afford stable housing. Another thing that was mentioned is that one of the top 3 reasons for homelessness is mental illness. These people struggle to maintain housing, advocate for themselves to get housing, or be able to sustain housing. One of the reasons why this is so important to me is that my brother Jeffrey is mentally ill and he's homeless. He comes in and out of group homes because he gets off of his medication, and then he goes out on the streets and he can panhandle and survive. Jeffrey wasn't always mentally ill. When he was 18 years old, he was hit by a car that was driven by a drunk driver. He was on his way to boot camp and he was out riding his bike, getting prepared for joining the Army, and his life changed forever that day. Jeffrey didn't choose to be mentally ill. Jeffrey didn't choose to be homeless. But because panhandlers contribute to him sustaining his homeless lifestyle, it's easier for him to achieve. I'm here today to ask you to help be a part of the solution to the homeless crisis. I'm here to tell you that there are things that you can do now. You can call your representatives or email them. You can vote them into office. You can vote measures into law that will help fix this housing crisis. You can volunteer at your church or a local charity. Some of this stuff takes your time, and some of it's quick, free, and easy. Please help me be a part of this change. With that, I thank you.